Are you present in the moment? What does it mean? I know we talked about this quite a lot of time lately, but let me talk about something that may make it more clear for you. You know, clarity is everything. And clarity is my new way. I love saying that. So I will give you an example. Imagine you're exercising. But while you're exercising, your mind is completely on the next task. Or imagine you're sitting here with your friend having a coffee and you're having a chat, but you're miles and miles away thinking all the chores and activities you still have to do today. Oh, what's happening tomorrow? Or you might be listening to me right now and something happens, somebody distracts you and you just disconnect. And I've noticed this on my exercises when and I already talked about this last week, so I'm sorry I'm repeating this part, but if I focus on each exercise, different types of exercise for 30 seconds instead of the whole thing, I drive a more power from within me to really do that job the best I can. And that's the key. Can do your work. I remember Bob Proctor used to have a lesson on that, and I'm going to go back to that. That's a good reminder. I've got it written on the board, which I can post for you. I can see it from here. Let me actually get it for you and read it. Let's do it. Sorry to leave you there. But, I didn't want to move you. I know this is not very professional, but do your work. By Bob Proctor. Not just your work and no more, but a little more for the lavishing sake. That little more which is worth all the rest. And if you suffer as you must, you doubt as you must, do your work. Put your heart into it and the sky will clear, and then out of your very doubt and suffering will be born the supreme joy of life. It says Dean Briggs quote, and Bob Proctor actually used to teach us this, and I have it on a board, and I actually haven't read it for a couple of weeks. And going back to be present. Are you present with your meal? So you're actually having a meal. Are you present? Are you grateful for that food you're eating, for having so many amazing meals you have, or the I don't know, luxuries you afford for yourself, or whatever it is? Then the book, you're reading a book. Are you present with the book? Or are you actually reading the book? And then all of a sudden you're just going to go, oh, you're not with the book. And I've noticed even something else today. And I've noticed when I'm listening, I love audibles. Like Audible is really a way. You should really know which type of a student are you, because it may be worthy for you to recognize which is the most efficient way for you to learn. You may be learning more from audibles, from repetition, from writing, from reading, from sitting and watching the presentations, or being live with people in the seminars. That's important too. But being present means being present with your thoughts and emotions to the person. When you're eating, be present for that meal. You can feel the gratitude for everything. You can go further than just the meal. You can be grateful for people who are working in supermarkets, who make sure that we have everything we need every day, for people who pack this food for us, for people who do whatever they do with the animals and vegetables and grow the vegetables, back to the farmers, back to the plantations of coffee. And there is such a chain of people. There's not just for you to actually, for me to read the book, it had to get here as well. The paper was made and that book was printed, and somebody printed it and somebody delivered it, and really think of a whole process. But be present. If you are listening to a video, don't get distracted. Switch your phone off. And I'd like to encourage you. My phone is 24 hours, 24/7. My phone is on mute. I'm not joking. It has been for years and years and years. And people say, well, how do you know? I check it when I can, and I go into a habit of being really intuitive, and I can feel when I need to check it. And if there is like a high emergency, well, my family usually calls my husband, but literally going back to be present. Be present to people you talk to. When you're selling, be present to listening to the people. Don't just follow your script. Be present to exercise you're doing. Be present to walk. If you're in a forest, just listen to the sound of the leaves and the bees and the birds, and because those are, did you know that they're creating vibration and they put you on a higher frequency just by you walking and paying attention to it. Everything that you present in the moment puts you on a higher vibration. Why wouldn't you want to do it? Put your phone on mute. If you're not doing it, how about a challenge? Do it for 24 hours and see how you go. And you will, and notice how many times you're actually looking at it. And that will indicate you're not connected. It's a missing out syndrome. It's a fear of missing out when you're running and thinking something's going to no. When you ground it, everything works in the divine order and everything works perfectly. And sorry, this is a long message, but I will see you tomorrow.